limit. Introducing first from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 218 pounds, he's the Florida heavyweight champion, Kendall Windham. And his partner hails also from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 257 pounds, here's Barry Windham. And their opponents from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, here's Dino Manelli. And his partner from St. Petersburg, Florida, weighs in at 228 pounds, Jack the Stretcher Hart. One fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Jack Hart, Dino Manelli moving out against Barry and Kendall Windham. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Very quick takedown. Jack Hart, of course, former Florida heavyweight champion, so he will go against Kendall Windham anytime he gets the opportunity. He would like very much to regain that championship.
That's right. You know, since Jack Hart has lost the Florida title, he has really dropped down in stature. He's not getting the main event matches anymore, and that's what wrestling's all about. Get that main event. That's where the big money is. So Jack Hart, of course, is really out to regain that Southern heavyweight title, get back up there with the big bucks. Right now, it seems like Kendall Windham is going quite well there. He had him with an arm drag takedown and an arm bar. Jack Hart complained to the referee, and of course, the referee cannot see everything that happens. A smart wrestler such as Jack Hart will make sure the referee is on the blind side if he can get him there. Now, backing Kendall Windham into the ropes. Well, a nice knee into the stomach. It's going to take a lot of air out of Kendall Windham.
Reversal by Windham now as he charges in, catches him with a spin under takedown, coming off the ropes once again. You know, ever since Jack Hart lost that Florida title, his luck seems to have turned bad. In fact, you made a comment just before we went on the air. You had a little tagline for him regarding Percy Pringle's mother.
Well, yes, we really did, but maybe I shouldn't say that on the air, Gordon.
Well, go ahead. What the heck? A jilted gigolo is a jilted gigolo.
That's right. Yeah, we were talking about him being a jilted gigolo. Percy Pringle's left him. He doesn't have that supervision now, and without that excellent supervision, it seems like he's not quite up to par.
He's having some problems, and right now caught a beautiful standing drop kick by Barry Windham, and Hart leaves the ring area. Jack Hart leaves the ring area.
Something else I noticed, too, Jack Hart is not wearing the black glove. Perhaps the other wrestlers have gotten wise to what he was doing. The referees have gotten wise to it. The promotion perhaps has gotten wise to what he was doing with the black glove, the way he was putting the loads in it. And without that black glove, he seems to have lost a little bit.
Well, one's got to remember, too, though, that this man was a state high school wrestling champion. The man's got vast skills. Manelli fires him off the ropes. And beautiful block by Barry Windham. Excellent block. Manelli tried to set him up, and Windham, because of that, 6 feet 6 inches tall and that great weight, he was able to block him very, very effectively. There are certain things that smaller wrestlers just shouldn't attempt, in my opinion, against a man of that size and stature.
That's right. Of course, the taller man will always have a leverage advantage just from that height. Now, this is the first time that I have had an opportunity to see Dino Manelli in action. So I really have to sit back and watch and see what this man is really made of. I have heard of my reputation, but I have never seen him before. Thus far, practically every move he has been trying to make has been blocked by either Barry Windham and now Kendall Windham. And here's Kendall Windham with a side headlock. This is not a submission hold, it is a punishing hold. Putting that pressure on the side of the head, the side of the neck, makes you fight harder to breathe, slows you down. So now it's going to be up to Dino Manelli. Well, there's Kendall being a very smart young wrestler, tagging out to his brother. Double arm whip, double drop kick, and Manelli's in a lot of trouble.
Brother, you talk about getting hit with a pair of howitzers. He did. And Windham brings him up. Full body slam. Manelli makes the tag in desperation with Jack Hart. Jack Hart moves in, collar and elbow. And Hart headbutt into the midsection. Hart chopping right hands. Windham firing back, and we've got a Pier Sixer going now.
Well, I'll tell you, Jack Hart, he can duke it out with just about anybody. The man has proven himself many times. Big, high, flying elbow coming off the ropes. Another. There's Kendall Windham dropping that elbow, and it could be all over.
Kendall Windham getting the pinfall. Kendall Windham getting the pinfall over the combination of Dino Manelli and Jack Hart, and so a well-deserved victory. goes to those two gentlemen. Let me see if I can't get them over here for just a moment. Barry and Kendall have been pretty well cleaning house since arriving back here in Florida. Of course, I know that Kendall is still bearing the scars of that fire thrown by one Kevin Sullivan.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of things happening since I came back. There's one incident I'd like to bring up in just a minute. But Kevin Sullivan and his gang, as you may call them, are still running rampant. But there's going to come a time, very short, when Sullivan's reign, as you may call it, is going to end. He's going to run out of leash. And it's coming very close. He's going to be in a cage, as a matter of fact, and the whole family's going to be there to take care of him.
So you've got some dues you want paid, steel cage, Texas pole rope, grudge match, doesn't make any difference, right?
Gordon, it's all coming to an end. Sooner than Kevin Sullivan would really like.
Thank you so very much. Barry Windham and Kendall Windham, they're out to rid Florida in the southeast of one Kevin Sullivan, Bob Roop, Purple Hayes, and Ron Slinker.
If you're
9,500.
Would you like...
Well, as we announced at the beginning of the program, we do have a new Southern Heavyweight Wrestling champion. His name is Lex Luger, and he did defeat Wahoo McDaniel for that title, and recognition is in order.
That's right, Gordon Soley. We predicted that I'd win the Southern Heavyweight title. We went after it, and now it's a reality right here.
Well, I noticed you said we predicted it, and we went after it. I am sure you must be, in my opinion, referring only to one man, and that's Hiro
I'm referring to my mentor, Hiro Matsuda. That's right. That is correct.
I see. Well, there is obviously some controversy surrounding the manner in which you won that belt.
Well, if you're insinuating that it was a tainted match or a tainted victory, you're wrong. The belt's here. That's going to be around my waist, and that's where it's going to stay.
All right. Thank you so very much. Lex Luger, the new Southern Heavyweight champion. We're going to take a look at the closing moments of that match, and then let you be the judge as to whether or not there was anything surrounding this match. Here you see the introduction. Sullivan and Bob Roop have joined us here at the desk, and I wanted to take just a couple of moments, I feel in all fairness to Kevin Sullivan, to ask him, because in my opinion, you're going to be facing perhaps insurmountable odds in the Road Warriors.
Wait a second, insurmountable odds. Let me tell you one thing. First of all, get this real close, because I'm disappointed. I found that the Rose is nothing but a lie. See, it wilted on the vine. And you understand, to me right now, you said the Road Warriors, if the Mulligan, if the Wyndhams, and if Wahoo McDaniel can't get it done, let the Road Warriors come to my home. Let them come to Orlando. There ain't no chance in hell, Gordon Soley and Buddy Colt, that the Road Warriors can do anything that Wyndham, Mulligan, and the Indian can't do. Hey!
I see. You feel that totally confident about
I'm so confident that they have to come in my backyard. Let me tell you something. They might run havoc around anybody around the world. But when you come to Florida, you're coming into my home, and it happens to be one of my favorite towns because they've all fallen my feet. Barry Windham, Blackjack Mulligan, Wahoo McDaniels, the Road Warriors, you're not their caliber. Let's see them right now. I want to see them.
You want to see the Road
Yes, I
Warriors?
do.
Well, I don't know if we can...
That Father Rose knows it all.
Let's check with our director and see if we have anything of the Road Warriors available right now. If we do find...
Wilted on the vine. Hey! We don't have anything. What happens to be the problem here? Let me see how, if this is supposed to be so tough, Habuddin himself decreed, when I took this man floating on the sea of life, let me tell you something, animal. Let me tell you something, Hawk. You've made a bully of yourself around this country. But when you come to Orlando, I'm going to make sure we bully you out of that building, and we're going to make you, not the Road Warriors.
Precious Paul Ellering, and here you see Bob Roop and Kevin Sullivan charging the ring. And brother, they cleaned out the ring in a hurry.
Well, they're going at it the same style as the Road Warriors. They're not giving their opponents a chance to even get the match started. This Scott Enroe is new here to Florida, and what a welcome he's getting. He's just getting pounded unmercifully. And Kevin Sullivan there has Frankie Lane. Frankie Lane, a promising young wrestler and a great athlete, but they don't stand a chance right now. They just haven't been given a chance to function as a wrestler at all. They're just being completely overwhelmed.
Now we've got a battle going on outside the ring and one inside the ring, and the referee has got total bedlam going here. And, well, we're going to have to call a stop to this. It's getting out of hand. There's no question about it. It is getting completely out of hand. And the referee being thrown to one side and outside the ring. And the referee calling for the bell.
You know what seems...
Will you take...
At 200.
That is known for the sleeper, the Jeep. Very colorful costume worn by Jules Strongbow.
And his opponent at 242 pounds from Oklahoma, the one and only Chief Jules Strongbow.
I want to tell you something about Jules Strongbow. He's been traveling throughout the world, and he's been making nothing but bonfires wherever he's been going. I mean, he's just been tearing everything up, and we're really glad to have Jules Strongbow here in International Championship Wrestling. Jules Strongbow stalking out his opponent. Turns around. Nice move by Eddie Miranda. Nice takedown by Strongbow. Actually, Strongbow was scheduled to wrestle Dr. D, David Schultz, this week here on International Championship Wrestling. But like I had mentioned a few minutes earlier, because of the suspension, and I shouldn't really say it's a suspension because it's a hearing, that they refused to let him wrestle here until he goes for that hearing, which is a good rule, and I think should be followed more throughout the wrestling world. I guess it has to be very disappointing to Jules Strongbow. It's a big chance for him, but it has to be, I guess Eddie Miranda is very happy because what a name he can make for himself right here. Boy, that Strongbow don't give you nothing, boy. He just jumps right on you. He just keeps coming right on top of you. Strongbow gets a rake to the face. This Miranda, he don't take nothing. I've watched this man wrestle. I've seen him wrestle scientifically, and I've seen him wrestle the way he is right now. But when you're young and you're just entering this profession, you take any type of it. Look at Strongbow showing that sprint. Rams him into the turnbuckle. Vicious shot. There goes that tomahawk. He loves to use it. Here's the headlock applied by Strongbow. Beautiful takedown. I really want to make one little special announcement. I really want to thank Gordon Soley for giving me the opportunity to fill in for him while he was gone. Although I can't wait for him to get back. This is a lot more work than I thought it would be. Gordon, I really hope you and your wife have one heck of a nice vacation, and we are definitely looking forward to have you back here on Championship Wrestling. Miranda just pounding away on Strongbow. We can hear the war cries from the audience, the Indian war cries, and I tell you, I don't know what it does to Strongbow, but it puts vitamins inside of him. Miranda just pounding away on him. Forearm to the back of Strongbow. Turnbuckle. Strongbow is just barely hanging here right now. Strongbow in a little problem. Walking around the ring dazed. Oh, here he goes. There's that war dance. Listen to this crowd get into it with them. There goes the war dance. There goes the war dance. There's the tomahawk. There's the double chop. Down goes Miranda. Strongbow picks him up. A double knee lift. Takes him. Front face lock. Takes him, rips him, throws him into the rope. Big chop. Takes him again. Into the rope. There it is. Applies the sleeper. Miranda's fighting with every ounce of strength that he has left in his body. And you can just see it disappearing. The referee wasted no time with this. This hole is dangerous. That's it. Referee rings the bell. Miranda is down. The winner, Chief Jules Strongbow. Strongbow, the referee, telling him, you gotta wake him up. Crowd saying no. Come on, Jules, you gotta do it. You gotta wake him up, Jules. Watch this vicious stuff he gets with this. I don't know. I think this might hurt more. Whoa. Miranda jumps right up to his feet like nothing happened, but it's too late, Miranda. The winner, Chief J. Strongbow. Look at this. Once that sleeper's applied.
If you've ever thought about replacing windows in your home, windows that leak, rattle, don't open, or close, or windows that just don't work, stop. With all the window companies out there, you need to see the whole picture before you purchase anything. The whole picture should include windows that add beauty to your home, inside and out. Windows that are energy efficient and airtight. Windows that never need maintenance. Windows that secure your home and are guaranteed to last. Are you beginning to get the picture? Still, before you buy anything, you need to ask the right questions to get the whole picture. From product quality to final installation and service, what can you expect? At NewPro, our focus is on windows. Give us a call. Since 1945, the people at NewPro have developed a reputation as this area's window experts. Call this number now and we'll send you information on our 50-year warranty, our fuel savings pledge, and free service guarantee. So if you've ever thought about replacing the windows in your home, call this toll-free number now for more information. You'll also receive a booklet of energy-saving tips, free. Plus, if you call right now, we'll include this savings certificate, good for 30% off the purchase of a NewPro starter window. Call the replacement window people at NewPro and get the whole picture. NewPro replacement windows. We have the lock on quality.
Call 1-800-942-3600 to get your free brochure and savings certificate. Good for 30% off the purchase of a quality NewPro starter window. So call 1-800-942-3600 now.
Here we go. More exciting action on International Championship Wrestling. Not only have you seen the Samoans, Schultz, Savoldi, the Raging Bull, now we're going to see a match that pits up the unpredictable Johnny Rodz, but he just doesn't have any test today. It's going to be a little harder test because his opponent, the People's Champion, the All-American boy, Bob Backlund. And he's carrying something he's very proud of. That's his belt. You got to see this, and he believes in it. It's his. This was given to him by the people.
The kids made these for me.
The kids made this for him, and this. Let me tell you something. It's more valuable to him than 100 ounces of gold because this was given to him by the kids, his fans. This should be one heck of a match. Bob Backlund, Johnny Rodz. Here's two that know each other very well. Johnny Rodz has always wanted a match against Backlund, the champion. And his dream is coming through right here on International Championship Wrestling. One thing we will not do in International Championship Wrestling. Anyone who wants a match with anyone else may get it. Because if you're going to shy off these opponents, then you have no right to enter that square circle. That's why you'll see matches that you think should come out of heaven right here on International Championship Wrestling. Now, Johnny Rodz, all the time he gave to this profession, just for one chance at Bob Backlund. Whoa, nice takedown by Rodz. Backlund turns him over. Nice move by Backlund. I'll tell you something. You're going to see some wrestling here. I think we're going to see a little more scientific Johnny Rodz because he knows he can't get away with all those tricks he's used on some of the newcomers that come into the squared circle because Bob Backlund, the champion, has been a champion for a long time. We hear the whole crowd yelling, Bobby, Bobby. Rodz got his foot. Look at that move. Whoa, here comes Rodz. Backlund moves at it away. Both men eyeing each other up. Bobby's going for a handshake, and I'll tell you what, Johnny Rodz, he means it. One thing with Backlund, he appreciates his opponents, and that's why he's been champion for so long, because he does appreciate the opponents. But I'll tell you, just standing here looking at this one belt that was given to him, it's made on a piece of styrofoam, and it says Bob Backlund, the real champ, and I'm sure he's very proud of it. And another one's made out of tin, and it says, the World Wrestling Federation real heavyweight champion, Bob Backlund. I'll tell you what, I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there that feel the same way Bob Backlund does, and I got to say, I do too. Being a referee, we know the rules. You can only lose on a submission and or by a pin. Not taking anything away from the Hulk. Don't ever get us wrong. But the Hulk would have never had the opportunity to wrestle the Sheik. He should have wrestled Backlund for the championship. Maybe, who knows? Backlund would have still been champion, possibility. Hogan might possibly still be the champion today. But the match never took place. It was promised and it was never taken place. And that's why so many of the contendants are coming over here. Ric Flair, the man that is noted around the world to be the champion of the world. That's the NWA, the longest, the oldest title held in the world. Cannot be champ. This is not a closed circuit. Anyone wishing to come here and vie for your position here at International Championship Wrestling, you can do so. The only belt that we recognize is the NWA, and we recognize the Universal Champion. We eventually will be having an international champion, but still this has to go out in ranks, wins, losses, and those will be tallied, and then the top men will have to vie for that position, and that's why you see guys like Dr. Schultz, Bob Back. Oh, a rake to the eyes by Rod. There he goes. We said a little scientific, but he went right back. Coming up in weeks to come, what exciting news we have for you wrestling fans. We're going to blow you out of your seats with what we got to tell you. But we got to keep this secret. But you keep tuned. Within the next 4 or 5 weeks, we're going to give you some news that's just going to blow your minds out there. One, oh. Takes him up. Down for the slam goes Rodz. Rods with the knee to the knee of Backlund, and he just pressured in. Referee telling him to break it. There's the count, 2. I'll tell you, after that match we've seen with Schultz and Savoldi, these referees better get strict in here because they lost it on that one. Rods is pounding away on Backlund, but Backlund's been known to take. Oh, nice move by Backlund. Running a drop kick by Backlund. Down goes Rods. Here he goes. Here it is, the chicken wing. Here comes Schultz. Schultz comes into the ring. Nails Backlund from the back. They're both beating on Backlund. Rods and Schultz. Look at this. Schultz is going to nail him. Backlund's up. Rods goes flying. Somebody comes in the ring and down he goes. Schultz takes off. Backlund goes chasing after him. This whole place went pandemonium. Johnny Rods leaving the ring. Screaming up there. If I can get a word here. Bob. Champion. Come on. He wants to take on the champion. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. He wants to take on the champion. Challenging everybody. People made these guys for me. And I wrestle that man. He's been challenging all the champions. Everybody with a belt. I've got a lot of belts. And I never was pinned. And I didn't give up. And by golly, I don't ever turn a good challenge down. You're tough, you're mean, and you're bad.
Third bout of the evening from Hawaii, weighing 250 pounds, Kalua. His partner from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing 225 pounds, Rick Reed. Their opponents from Hollywood, California, at a combined weight of 475 pounds, the Hollywood Blondes. Tag team match, half-hour time limit.
Rick Reed and Mike Kalua out against the Hollywood Blondes. Mr. Class and Dusty. And these Blondes have to be some of the toughest competition in the International Championship Wrestling at this time, Lou.
They sure are, Les. They work so well together. And even as individuals, in singles, they would be very, very good. But their teamwork is unbelievable.
They've scored victory after victory and defeated a lot of tough tag teams. They've held many regional titles around the country. And, of course, now in International Championship Wrestling land, looking for the best that international wrestling has to offer. So let's see who will be starting. Will be Kalua out for his team, and the man they call Mr. Class out for the Hollywood Blondes. He'll get quite a test here. Kalua is a fine young athlete.
Yes, he is. Look at the strut on this fellow. Yes, Kalua really does make some beautiful moves.
Yes,
right.
he does.
Yes.
Side headlock now by Kalua. Clamps down on it, applying the pressure. And, of course, to really get into these blondes, the team of Reed and Kalu are going to have to open up early and gain a good advantage even to hold these boys to a draw, Lou, because they are tough.
Yes, I know they are. I hope they've wrestled this team several times, because if they have not, they're going to run into some opposition that's going to be difficult for them to handle.
Kalu with the block, comes back with a headlock now. Surprisingly, the blondes are opening a little slower. Usually these guys go wading right in with both fists and feet and start kicking and punching from the get-go, Lou.
You're right. I think they're a little bit cautious with Kalua here, because they know what he's doing now, and he's really training very, very hard and has amassed a pretty good track record.
All right, the tag, Kalua moves out. Rick Reed moves in and switches off to the hammerlock now. Dusty in for the Hollywood Blondes, and the drop toe hold, and switches out, comes up with a headlock.
Nice move.
Very good. First overhead coming up later on in the program, we'll be seeing Ox Baker, Austin Idol, Universal Heartthrob. But of course, there is a special presentation to be made to Austin Idol a little later in this program, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. Right now, it's Mike Kalua once again taking the offense on the Blondes. There's a tag, and they're going to turn around on him, Lou.
Well, you see, Kalua was not even aware that there was a tag. That's where they come in. See, they're very accomplished. They're very professional. Wow.
We might mention, too, that we were talking about the heavyweight, undisputed world heavyweight title tournament, which will be beginning very shortly. And we hope to be showing you the belt that will go to that winner. Lou has the belt with him, and it is a beautiful, beautiful championship belt.
Well, the belt is somewhere in the area of 90 years of age, and it was created for Frank Gotch, and then down to Jim Londas, Stranger Lewis, and so forth. I held it for 18 years. But it's going to be the prize for the undisputed heavyweight champion. Everyone is going to be invited from all over the world.
Of course, we have wrestlers like Buddy Rose, Joe Savoldi, Kevin Sullivan, Mark Lewin, the men like the Hollywood Blondes, Ox Baker. A great array of wrestling talent, all on tap for that big title.
Well, I've talked to 2 or 3... I'm sorry, Les, I'm walking on you here. I talked to 2 or 3 wrestlers and told them what is in the offing, and we're going to get some more names in here that are going to be unbelievable, and it's going to be very interesting.
I'll tell you, Lou, if I were still lacing on the boots, I'd want to throw my hat in the ring. I think any wrestler would, because it's everybody's dream to be that world champion.
Well, the wrestling game was very good to me, so I'm going to donate the belt to the man that wins the undisputed heavyweight championship. I think it's going to be very good for wrestling, and it will perpetuate the sport as it should be.
I agree entirely. Right now, Kalua with that armbar on Dusty. You'll see Dusty takes him back, shoots him off, cross rope. And it's Kalua on the move. It's caught in the small of the back with a knee.
See, they're sharp. Oh. See, illegal, but see, they can always say you're sorry. You understand?
Yes.
They got him on a run now.
Absolutely. Dusty may have been in a little trouble. Of course, Class pulled him out of it with that knee from the outside. As you said, not legal, but nonetheless, it's got to be called teamwork, and that's the name of the game.
Effective.
Reed moving in to help Kalua out now, but as referee Tom Fernini takes him out, Class with the scoop and a slam on the big Hawaiian.
That's a slam. Man, he slammed him. Wow.
You know, it's the toughest competition I think we've seen the Blondes have to date has been Ron Sexton and Larry Hamilton, and that ended up with Hamilton and Sexton turning on Hamilton.
Yes, so that was too bad.
Yes, it was. And again, we'd like to see that team back together, and hopefully be able to show you a tape if you missed it of what happened between Sexton and Hamilton. Look at here.
Wow. 5 of them, one right after the other in a row. That's...
Talk about an assembly line. General Motors could be proud of that one,
and the referee couldn't make a 5 count.
And Kalua still able to bail out on the count of 2. Hanging in there is Big Mike Kalua.
He's tough.
You know, it's rather discouraging when you drop your share of elbows, try and cover a man, he's out of that count.
Wow.
Oh! Look at
happening.
Dusty missed, and he's dazed. He needs to make that tag. Kalua moving in now to set up his own offense. Driving Dusty head first, makes the tag. Rick Reed moves in now to take over. And Kalua, the more experienced, and it's a shame that he had to get out and get that breather, Lou. Oh!
Side backdrop. Some more Greco-Roman work.
Dusty saw his man wasn't planted, didn't have those legs spread, didn't have control, and Dusty picked him up and took him on that ride.
You got it. Sound like a wrestler.
I think I was another lifetime. Teamwork by the Hollywood Blondes. Mr. Class in the driver's seat. Goes
Aha, they're going for the
Oh, double. Wow.
double shoot.
Devastating.
One is enough with the power of both of them driving that man up and back. He is dazed, no doubt about it. Referee for the count, 2, and
He didn't want to pin him, did he?
it's show-off time, Lewis.
I guess so, man.
The Hollywood Blondes know they're in command, and they're going to take their good-natured time. But more times than I care to count, I've seen this backfire on the tag team. More teamwork. Look here.
Oh, boy.
That clothesline.
Really dealing out the punishment.
And there it is, a 3 count. Great teamwork by the Hollywood Blondes. They come up your winners over the team of Reed and